So here I'm fixing another issue. So these original lock nuts, they are chromed, and if you drive the car in winter, the chrome over time it just goes off, right? So they start to rust. I'm not sure if you can still get the original ones, but Scandix has their own aftermarket lock nut they produce themselves. Costs €8 a piece. I mean, that itself is okay because visually they look like original, but as far as I know they are not chromed but stainless steel, so I would assume that they are a bit less shiny than those original ones. I was lucky and could get a set of new original chromed lock nuts, so I have now 20 new original lock nuts, and before I'd also bought a set of aftermarket for €25. But this is really crap because you can see visually on the top side they have this dent in there. That looks really shit. It's not even comparable closely to the original ones. Unfortunately on the picture it was not visible like that. It showed a plain surface like on the original ones, but then when I got it I saw this dent in there, so this is completely useless. I can actually throw that away. Don't understand why companies produce something and then fail to copy or emulate the original design. That makes it really useless. Okay, so here you can now see it on the car. I think it really looks nice like that. Really makes a difference. So I was dealing with some of those broken light bulbs on some of those switches. So the first one here is for the automatic that stopped working. So actually the LEDs within the switches were okay, but the actual illumination of the letters was broken. So you have one of these very small ones. So I replaced it already. It's that one. You can get them quite cheaply as China made. The original one though has a light blue plastic cover on top. So not one of these dark blue ones. Quite interesting. Unfortunately I couldn't find this anywhere, also not on Scandix. So I actually took one of these cheap Chinese ones and put one of these blue light bulb covers within that switch. So it actually sits in the switch and you can change the light bulb without having to change also this blue cover. So it works perfectly fine and looks perfectly aligned to the color of the other switches. So one interesting part is here about the seat heating. So I didn't know that actually for the seat heating the emblems are also illuminated, but it doesn't work via the switch itself, but it works instead with one of these standard 1.2 watt light bulbs. But actually there's a light connector attached to the center console, which I'm just going to show to you. So here's now the center console, and you can see there's this kind of plastic thing, and it's the light connector. And the point is that over the years the plastic becomes warped and that light bulb connector is falling out, and then it's just laying somewhere down there in the center console. So I'm trying to attach it somehow. Maybe I can glue it and then see how it turns out. So the last part I need to change refers to the rear ashtray illumination, or actually also the center console. It works in both ways. So it's attached here and it's right above the ashtray. It's also some kind of a special thing. I found it on Scandix. It cost around €30, which was really a bit too much. But actually it's not even the correct one, so all you can get there is a transparent one. But the original one that was placed in there is actually a 1.2 watt, but it's painted in blue color. But I couldn't find this anywhere. It's nowhere on Scandix, and all they are selling you is just this replacement, which is transparent, so it's not even the correct one. So I sold it just a 1.2 watt lamp in here, and that should do the job. And to reconnect it, you just have to place it on the top, take out the ashtray, and then just push it in there from the bottom.